Yeah, Jim, first of all, thank you for having me here. As you know, we were both at MWC here a couple of weeks ago. I had quite a few conversations about transformation in telco at MWC. Almost every one of it used GenAI to touch that transformation. And what I noticed is that a trend we saw last year was everybody was experimenting with GenAI, but now we're starting to see some of this translate into production workloads, right? And I see it across three different categories. The first category is really customers starting to say, should I create large language models? This is pretty early, and there were demos that we showcased at MWC, and you'll see that that is a thread that's spinning up. Second, this is where most of the actual production workloads are coming in. We see a number of customers taking advantage of existing models, and then they're fine-tuning those models, constraining answers to knowledge bases that they have. So Cox Communications, as an example, used GenAI across multiple sources of data. They wanted to look at what was happening in the networks. They used their network operation centers and field technicians to understand and troubleshoot issues. A conversational UI then allowed those technicians to really query the data and find issues quickly, right? Troubleshooting going from hours to minutes and seconds. Really, really fun example to see. The second one was Globe in the Philippines. They used a system called Stellar Elements from Amdocs to build a GenAI powered next best experience. So it took data across the entire connected customer journey and said, what is a personal thing that I can do to allow a call center technician to say, hey, I see something's going on with you that might cause churn, or I might see a reason for you to upsell to something else. This allows that very personal experience to be built, and it's all built on top of GenAI and Bedrock on AWS. Finally, like at the level of applications themselves, where there's GenAI capabilities built in, we saw a customer like BT announce that they're taking advantage of Code Whisperer, right? It's our tool to help developers write code faster and better. In about 4 months, they saw 100,000 lines of code being auto-generated, about 12% of the repetitive stuff being auto-generated, and they've rolled it out to now 1,200 engineers across the business. So overall, really interesting set of use cases across the industry, and we're starting to see it make real-world impact. So if you're interested in seeing how GenAI and AWS can help you transform your business in the telco space, please come find me on LinkedIn or find the AWS for Telecom LinkedIn presence.